Okay guys, so where we are is we're still on this little 2-track here. This 2-track goes on up. We've caught 3 other coyotes up there, I think, on this 2-track farther up there. This one was a flat set that was set right here, and it's on a drag, and caught this nice coyote here. Good furred up coyote, no mange, nothing like that. Good sized coyote too. So yeah, good spot. Coming out of that big food plot into this really tall grass, coming down this 2-track. This set has not been messed with. This is check day 3, I think. It's not been messed with at all. Haven't had anything happening with this one. We redid this one yesterday because it was frozen, so reset it, and that's it. And picked up this nice coyote today. All right guys, put this set back where we just caught this coyote. You can see this is the 2-track coming right down through here. And right here is our set. It's a flat set. Using this piece of sage grass as our backing. There's our trap right there. You can see there's a little bit of a disturbance around here where he was on a drag, but most of the disturbance is over there on a 12-foot piece of chain. So it was actually pretty easy just to put this back in because he didn't really tear anything up. And then there's the 2-track that's going on out. There's our set, so it's literally like right off of the 2-track. So put some more lure back on here. Everything here smells like a coyote, so I didn't even put any urine or anything on it. Just put 2 different kinds of lure on that backing, on that sage grass, and that's it. That's all we did. Put it back in place and we'll let it ride. All right guys, on this particular set, we're just up the road, literally 200 yards from where we just caught that other coyote. We've caught 2 coyotes here, and this one we lost our bait this morning. Now when we got here, there was a bunch of crows here, so I'm not 100% sure if it wasn't crows, because our dirt hole is pretty deep down in there, but it's kind of wallered out because of catching 2 other coyotes here. So could it have been possible that a crow was able to, and there were some crow tracks all around where our trap was, could it have been possible that a crow could have stuck his head down in there and get it? Yeah, it's possible. Don't know for sure. Or if we just missed something else. I did not see any other tracks or anything here. So we rebaited it. I'd put a little bit more backing along the back. This is scat from yesterday's coyote, and that's it. It's a big old giant mess. We're gonna get lots of attention here. Clearly even the crows are getting attention on this, so we're just gonna let it ride. And we caught coyotes here 2 nights in a row. So last night was our first night. The first night we missed one here, and it basically left a big pile of scat for us. And then we caught a couple coyotes after that. So we'll just keep letting it ride, see what happens. Gonna walk down here and check our little cubby set we have set for cats. Gotta get across the creek here. Maybe we'll have a cat down here today waiting on us. Such a good spot for cats. Nothing has messed with our cubby at all yet. Our squirrel is still in there. Feathers are still scattered around in there. Nothing's been in there. 0 action. Which sometimes happens with cats. Sometimes you just gotta wait for them to get to where they need to get to. All right guys, so first bobcat of the season. Where we are is we're on, that's going up the mountain, that's going up to the main part of the place, And then this over here goes on over there to where that old junker RV is, and we have another set on the other side of the creek right there. And then farther down there, about 200 yards, we have the cubby set, because there was all kinds of bobcat sign. And typically you never know what these cats are going to do. I did not catch this cat in the cubby set. I caught it in a flat set. This was a flat set that was set right here. That's all this was. I was trying to catch a canine and I caught a cat. It was just this rock that was in place, flat set, and that's it. And trapping is trapping, right? We build that big old fancy cubby, and 200 yards away from where we think we're going to catch a cat, we catch the cat in the flat set, which is just a trap in front of a rock with some lure. I did put some bait up underneath the rock, and that's it. But this is a three-way intersection right here where these two creeks come together. You got three drainages that come together. Everything is coming together here, so that's why this is such a good spot to have. That's why I have 3 traps right here handy in this little intersection, because it's just such a good spot. So we're going to take care of this cat. It's not a giant one, but it's not a baby either. It's a good, decent sized one. So we're going to take care of this cat. The farmer said, or the landowner, he's not really a farmer, the landowner has said that he sees cats on camera all the time. So we'll take care of this cat. And last year we caught I think we caught 3 cats here on this property last year. So we'll take care of this guy and move on down the road. All right, guys, this is the Remake again, just to help you out. I got a 2-track coming this way, which takes you all the way back up to the top of the mountain, across the top of the fields, crossing the creek right here. We got a 2-track that goes up the ridge of this mountain, which is quite rough, but we have some traps up there, and there an old barn and a big field. And then we have a 2-track that goes this way across the creek, and then it rides the creek back and forth all the way down, maybe half a mile, to a food plot area. We got some traps down there. We have our cubby down there as well. So you got a really good spot here where everything is kind of coming together, and we got multiple traps in this little intersection here area. We got trap here and a couple traps right over there, and then another. So we got 4 basically traps in this area. It's such a good area, and we've caught cats here before, we've caught coyotes here before, we've caught coons here before. It's just a genuinely good area. So here is the Remake on this flat set. I'm just using that rock just like we did before. You can kind of see it from the side right there. So basically anything that's coming through here, no matter if they come down from this way, if they come from this way, if they come from this way, should be able to basically pick them up in this intersection right here. So put the rock back in place, put some lure back on the rock, 2 different kinds of lure actually, a little skunk based lure and then a little mouse meat lure from Dunlop. And then put the trap back in. Trap's right there. This was super blended, but now with all this cat here, I'm not even trying to blend it in anymore. So we'll see what happens now, but this is really going to be attractive now to any predator that comes by here. So we'll see what else we get. All right, guys, I wanted to take just a second and talk about this gambrel I've been using recently. And if you can see this I bought at Funky Trap Tags, Funky Trapping Supplies. And it's called the Quick Gambrel, I think is what it's called. I think it's called the Quick Gambrel V, I think is what it's called, or something like that. If you just go to Funky Trapping Supplies and look under fur handling, it's under the gambrels. And I've had several different gambrels over the years. I've had this one right here that I've used. I've had this old chain one. I've had several different gambrels that I've used over the years. And there's always something about them that I don't particularly like. What I really like about this one is if I put like one leg in here, on one side and I want to leave the other leg hanging to make that money cut, like on a raccoon or a possum, or if I want to do that with this coyote, I could, because the gambrel actually stays in place for the most part. It'll lean a little bit, but it kind of stays in place. With other gambrels, the whole thing kind of like, the whole animal kind of goes and it kind of messes it all up. This one, it really doesn't. So you can put one leg in there, make a money cut, especially on a coon or something. And then you can put that leg back in, take the other leg out, and to take it out, all you basically do is just slide it up this and it comes right out. And you have different slots. So I have one slot here for like a coyote, and then I can have this little slot and this little slot here for like a possum or a raccoon. And you basically just slide it up and over and it pops right out. There's like no doing really any work whatsoever. You don't have to throw it behind an Achilles. You don't have to do anything like that. You just stick it in there and it's good to go. You can pull against this gambrel with like this skinning machine that I'm using. And I mean, the animals don't come out of there. You don't break anything on the animal. It doesn't pop out, slide off your gambrel and fall on the floor. You don't have any of those kinds of issues like we've all had at some point. So I thought it would be good just to show you this little gambrel. And if you're looking for one that's pretty versatile, so you want to use, like today I'm going to do a coyote and a bobcat, going to be slide right in here and move on, right? I've been doing a bunch of coons, bunch of possums, bunch of stuff on this. And I think I've done about 8 coyotes now on this. Today will be the first bobcat of the season, and I've only had this thing since the season started. Yeah, it's going, I really like it. So if you're looking for a gambrel, you might want to consider this one. It's pretty cool. The only place I know, I looked around on a few other sites and they didn't have it. F&T didn't have it. Minnesota didn't have it. I think Funky is the only place that has it. So if you want one, go to Funky and they'll be happy to help you. I'm assuming they'll be happy to help you. They were happy to sell me one, so happy to sell you one too.